Hey, welcome back to Gamescape 3D. Today we're trying out a new mic that seems like it's going to solve our audio issues. So we'll have a nice wireless solution going forward. Hopefully everything will be smooth sailing now. We'll be adding a second video camera here in a couple of days. Anyways, I want to go over some of the things we're working on for this next month. The first thing Gamescape 3D was ever known for, or well known for, were roads. Our best seller is something called the low profile dirt road, and it is about 4 years old, and it has a number of things I want to look at remodeling. So, all right, here we are with the close-up. So one of the things, like I said, we're going to be looking at remaking our low-profile dirt roads. These are our #1 seller by far. Our regular roads are a little bit thicker. These are super thin, so I think people just like how little material gets used. I think they probably like the detail and how quick they are to set up, how easy they are to move, store. So we're going to be looking at making an improvement on these. The detail is pretty good, but we can punch it up a little bit. And what we're going to be looking at doing is expanding these so they actually fit an 8-inch build plate. The other thing we're going to be looking at doing is mirroring the edges. Right now, they don't mirror, so you just kind of have they're close to being the same, you know, but they just kind of have different shapes that just kind of butt up to each other. And then people just kind of have to live with that. Probably the biggest issue with these is that the connector is just a little dovetail latch on the back, which is not very effective, really. You know, it helps a little bit to kind of hold these things together, but it's just not the best answer. So, you know, time for a facelift after 3.5, 4 years on these. So what we're going to be doing is, here's a new section of this road. It's not totally painted yet. I just have it primered with a couple of coats. One thing you're going to see is that we have mirrored edges. They're not, I wouldn't say quite perfect, but 95% of the way there, okay? Which is going to give you a much nicer visual transition going across there. We do have a little bit of a punch up on the details, which isn't necessarily showing on these primered pieces, but that'll show up more as we do more detailed painting on these. The other thing we have is I've designed, let's see if I can, an ultra thin open lock clip. Okay, ultra thin. Let's take a look at that there. Let's see if I can get that on the camera. Okay, you can see how small that is there. It just occupies a small amount of space compared to a regular open lock. They're obviously not as rigorous as the larger ones, but they are very adequate for holding these things together. Okay, they do a great job. It's a vast improvement over that dovetail. Okay, so we'll have those going all the way through. So the roads will be bigger. We'll also be integrating some of the special encounters that are featured on some of our other roads and introducing a couple of new ones. So I think that'll be real exciting. So we'll have some new road sections. Old ones will get made bigger and get a major facelift. Some of them will just be remade, like this four-way intersection. You know, I think we could stand to have something that's a little more robust at the edges in terms of turn area. One last thing I would mention is that these could be very good roads for adaptive layers if you haven't messed around with that. It does add a lot of time. Most of my prints went from about 150 up to about 5.5 hours. They are very nice prints. I don't know if they're worth like an extra 3 hour print time. That's probably going to be a question each one of us will have to look at for ourselves. So, all right, thanks for stopping by. We'll be back very soon with some more updates on this next release.